Hello, welcome back to the channel. So I thought before I actually start this video I'd give a little bit of background, because I'm going to be talking an awful lot about my Tractive Suspension, and I just thought I'd explain why and give a little bit of a backstory. So basically I got this Tractive Suspension back in December, had it fitted in January, bought the springs and stuff to my weight. It was a huge improvement, definitely, from the stock. However, I always felt that the front, there was something wrong. So whatever, had a few rides on it, and then I was talking to the retailer I bought it from, and I was actually talking to Tractive directly as well. And I was basically saying I was only getting maybe a little bit more than half the travel, and I felt that there was an issue. So we went through everything, went through how it was installed by my mechanic and all that jazz. Is there a little bit of liquid in there? Anyway, so anyway, long story short, we reached the conclusion that it was all installed perfectly fine. There shouldn't be any issues. And I just needed to let the springs bed in. So fast forward then, I kept riding it a little bit, but then I still wasn't happy. So I actually went to a suspension specialist in Northside Dublin. Specialises in a lot of things, but suspension he'd be pretty renowned for. So gave it to him and he played around with it a bit, and he said, yeah, listen, it's too stiff, you might need to get new springs, but just try it out and try the settings and see how you get on. So I did that for a few more weeks until recently. Still wasn't happy. After spending so much money on the suspension, I said, feck it, I'm going to get the lighter springs. So I opened up a line of communication with the retailer again, mainly because I actually couldn't find the correct spring on their website, so I just wanted them to point me in the right direction. But we ended up back in a back and forth until we eventually reached the conclusion that they had actually sent me the wrong springs for my suspension for my forks. They had sent me the plus 20mm spring, which should be installed if you're looking for the increased travel to the stock 210mm. If you want to increase it to 230, they actually sent me those springs. So I was pretty pissed off about that. But anyway, ended up ordering the correct springs, and that's what brings us to today. So I've been playing around with the sag a little bit, and luckily the sag seems to be much better. The shock is still a little bit hard, but the forks seem to be fairly spot on. So I'm going to ride the bike today. Hopefully it makes a big difference. I suspect it probably will. I've put the forks back to the recommended settings too. So we're going to start from the recommended settings and work our way back. But yeah, that's a pretty, I hopefully it's a short summary of the crack and what I hope to get out of today's ride. But the bike already feels a little bit better. It feels yeah, obviously because the sag is correct, it's a bit easier for me being a short arse. I'm only about 5'9", maybe 10 at a push. But yeah, also Yamaha, sort out your fuel gauge. This thing was flashing at me earlier before I started the spin, so I didn't want to fill it. I just went down to the garage and put a Tenere in. Oh, it's actually dropped a bar there now, but I only put a Tenere in, which is 6.5 litres exactly. So I was expecting it to be about half full because it's a 16 litre tank, and it filled it. So why was it flashing at me if it had 9.5 litres left? It makes no sense. Anyway, let's do some tracks and see how we get on. Oh, please be better. So I'm going to try to talk about what I'm feeling as I'm feeling it. It's kind of difficult in this because, as I've sort of been saying a lot lately, it's been doing a lot of raining of late, so it's quite slippy. But yeah, I actually think the front feels a little bit more planted, less sort of like it's bouncing me. So that's definitely a good sign, and I'm looking forward to sort of getting on some of the more technical single track, so I can see how it feels in that. But yeah, that felt good. Hopefully it's not like a placebo effect. Straight into the next bit here. I also have a little cable tie on the stanchion so I can tell how much travel I'm using. But I do have a decent idea of how a suspension should work from years and years of competitive mountain biking. So yeah, this definitely feels a bit better. I think I'll go straight. I kind of want to keep testing it on technical stuff. Come on. Okay. It's so slippy. Okay, we're stuck in a hole. Stuck in another hole. And the workout has commenced. I tell you, riding this stuff might look easy on camera, but it's such soft clay that the big girl, she just sinks very easily. God bless her. Hopefully those puddles cleared my tires a wee bit. There you go. I'm literally just going sideways, trying to turn. But yeah, wasn't off to the most confidence-inspiring start there. Dropping the bike twice in that real slimy stuff. But it does feel better, feels softer, feels like I'm getting more out of it, and that's what we wanted. It also means I can play with the settings more to get the most out of it, before on the last springs, obviously, as you can imagine, basically just ran out of settings trying to get the suspension where I wanted it, and that I was never losing my words here, but I was never going to get it to the sweet spot with the wrong springs. So at least I know I'm not losing my mind. Oh yeah, that feels way better actually. No, I don't think that's not placebo. Remember, Jay, you need a bit of momentum. Branches in the face, tiny bit distracting. Class. There's no other word. Views for days. Oh, the arm pump. Okay. I had to sit down there. That's okay though. That feels better. That does feel better. The old bash plate doing its job, if you can hear it. Well, that went really well. And that's not even sarcasm. look at that. Hawk. There's so many of them up here. Savage to see. Beautiful. Right, back to it. Just thinking to myself how much more grip I seem to have, and I almost said it out loud as I slipped. So there you go. So currently trying to decide what to do. Do I keep heading in this direction? Because as you can see, there's a lot of rain due. It's literally getting heavier and heavier. Or do I hope it'll clear? Anyway, I'm gonna do a piece of track down here. Make a call. What is this? Ah, Jay. You had the momentum. You muppet. Should be in your left line. Come on. Better than that. Strata, Florida, Irish style. Oh my god, that was very deep. we've emerged. We're still alive. Where are we emerging? Views for days. Up that line choice. We did it though. Oh no. Well, that was only a matter of time. What a shame. What a shame. At least now we get to practice our descending technique. Never seen this as a river before. It just goes to show just how much rain we've been getting. No exaggeration with it. Anyway, that was good crack. Suspension definitely feels better. Might do some more tinkering, but really enjoyed that. A lot more confidence. It actually feels like the suspension is working with me as opposed to against me. So yeah, success. But until next time, cheers. Take it easy. Peace.